Global Jessica.
1 year after, how do I feel about my master's degree? I feel very grateful to have a master's degree. I feel very happy, and I can tell you that in the last 1 year, I've probably said it with pride to everybody who cares to know that I have a master's degree, because why not? Why wouldn't I flaunt it? It was such hard work to get the degree, so of course I have flaunted it. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I did my best. I'm happy that I graduated with good grades. I'm happy for the lecturers that I met, the people who taught me. I'm happy for my classmates as well. They're doing amazing things in their different fields, so that is very exciting. That aside, would I say that a master's degree was worth it for me? I say for me because I feel like that question can be different for different people, like different answers from different people. So for me, yes, it was worth it. And this is not because I'm trying to Google you. I'm saying it because indeed it was worth it for me. Especially because I have a first degree in English and literature, getting a master's degree in media and communication, the career path that I want to continue to work in, was very important. It is very useful for me because I learned the theories, I've learned the reason why I do the things that I do. Prior to then, when I did things, I did them because I had picked it up from working with different people. I didn't exactly know why it was important to do the things that I was doing, or why it was important to do it in certain ways. But since I got a master's degree, I feel like I understand the theories behind the things that I do. And so now when I do things, when I think about things, when I'm asked to do something, I can think about the goal. I can think about why this is important, why we should do it this way instead of that way. I'm able to talk about what I do with a bit more confidence, right? So for me, on that level, it was definitely worth it. Now, moving on to the expectations. Again, I expected that once I have a master's degree, I would be able to get a job like immediately. Like I would be able to have like jobs flocking and opportunities flocking around. And to be honest, I currently work a job, and since I left or since I graduated, I have not been out of job, right? So that's a good thing. However, I don't know that I can say it is because I have a master's degree, right? Sincerely. And I think it's because maybe I haven't exactly gotten a job where it was like, yeah, because you have a master's degree, this is why we're giving you this job. And I don't know, maybe it will happen in future, but for now, I don't think that has been a big reason why I've gotten any of the job that I got. And maybe my bosses might say otherwise, but I don't think so. All right? Because what I realize is having a master's degree is one thing. But the main thing is you being able to apply it, you being able to talk about it. That's the main thing. You being able to do what you need to do with it. Because it's just another certificate. So if you don't use it, it's useless, right? And it's just like giving a pencil to a child. If the child doesn't write with it, the pencil, even though it is active, will not do anything. So that's the same way at which I see the master's degree certificate. If you don't do anything with it, it's not going to do anything for you, right? So there's that need to apply yourself. And what I have realized is that because I have a master's degree, there's this part of my brain that just tells me you need to do better, you need to strive harder, you need to be excellent, you need to try, you need to do more. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like I said I'm sorry because I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but I feel like because I have a master's degree, I cannot do things the same way every other person does it. There has to be different. There has to be some level of refinement, right? But that's me and how I feel. I don't know that everybody who has a master's degree feels that way, but that's how it feels for me. Because when you have a master's degree and you're flaunting it, it has to be like, okay, you have a master's degree, let's see what you can do. And then woe be unto whoever if you're not able to do that thing and deliver, because the expectation is now higher, right? So you want to feel like a master's degree was not a waste of your time. So in answering the question of was it worth it, for me it was worth it because I feel like I have been able to apply them, right? But I feel like if you don't know how to apply what you've learned, there's a big part of you that will struggle, because a master's degree doesn't automatically just solve all your problems. In fact, it gives you more problems to solve, because more people now feel like, okay, you've gone to school, you should be able to do this, you should be able to do this. And then when things land on your table, and then you realize that, oh my God, I still need to go back and read my notes because I'm still very much a beginner, even though I have a master's degree and I'm supposed to be a master. But the good thing is that first, you have people you can rely on, and also you have, even when you read things, right, and go back to read, you understand why. Like you know what you're reading, you know why you're reading it, you understand the concept, because it's something to read something but not understand it. So having a master's degree helps you to understand. And also what I've realized that it has helped me to build my confidence in my career path, right? Like I said, I have a first degree in English and literature. So before now, I always felt like an imposter, right? It's like I was doing something that I didn't really understand. But right now, I feel like I understand it, and so I'm a bit more confident. I can basically challenge like certain things that people say on Twitter sometimes, I'm causing trouble there. Like, no, what you're saying is wrong. And that's because I know what I'm saying. I'm talking from a place of confidence. Even when I tweet or when I put posts on LinkedIn, there's a lot more confidence. Like I say it with like backings, I say it with like authority, I say it with like, I know what I'm talking about, you know me? You get it? If you don't get it, that's on you, you know? So I like that. I like the confidence that it has given me. I also like the network of people that are surrounded, that I now have in my in my horizon or in my orbit. Like getting a master's degree has opened me up to professors, PhD holders, mentors, like it has opened even my classmates who we all graduated together, went to school together. It has opened doors. Like I now have a relationship with them, and even I think the other day I wanted to do something and I couldn't get it. But I remember that someone I went to school with currently works with the company, and I reached out to her to say, hey, I'm trying to do this, can you help me? And she was able to help me. And I remember my colleague saying, well done, you know, because of the network. So it has expanded my network. It has helped me to be more confident, and it has helped me to be more confident, and it has helped me to be a better person in my career, if I do put it that way. Would I advise anyone to get a master's degree? I would say yes, right? I would say yes, because I'm very big on academics. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're always learning, and I don't mind learning within the four walls of a school or a class, or like in a structured way. I like to learn that way. I like to learn. So I'm always going to be an advocate for getting a master's degree, especially because in today's world, your BSc is great, but it's not the greatest anymore. Almost everybody has a BSc. Everybody has a BA, a bachelor's degree. So what makes you stand out? And the more you look at applications for jobs, for opportunities, they're asking you for a master's degree. Even when you want to travel abroad now, a master's degree, it gives you an edge. So if you want to have an edge, right, I think you should get it, especially also looking at your career path, right? Let me explain this. I don't think you should get a master's degree if you don't know what you're trying to do, because you just go and study something that you cannot use, right? And then you now wonder why my life hasn't changed. Because like I said, a master's degree is not going to change your life. It's going to give you something that you need to use. You need to apply yourself. But if you don't apply yourself, you're on your own. So you need to first know what you want to do with your master's degree. Know what you're hoping to achieve. Know what course or what like career path you're trying to follow through. And so my advice usually would be, before you get a master's degree, try to do a few things, like try different things, try your hands on different career paths, and decide on what you want to do for a while, for a long time, and then get a master's degree in it, because there's so much more to learn. And I love how practical your master's and higher education is, and adult education is, right? It's a lot less writing and reading and writing exactly what your lecturer said. It's more like thinking deep. It's thinking, it's critical thinking, which is another thing. I think that getting a master's degree has helped me to be more critical. I'm able to think more for myself. I'm able to look at things and say, okay, I see this person's point, I see this person's point, and then I make a judgment on my own. I'm also able to understand like different human beings and how they affect each other, right? For instance, I think I was telling somebody that prior to getting a master's degree, I did not understand why the outfit that I wear is affecting the next person. But now I understand it. Now I understand that you being a nuisance can be affecting the other person, and there has to be a solution to that. So it helps you to think critically. It helps you to understand things. It helps you, you're not just doing things, but there are theories backing it. Like there's certain times where I'll be talking to somebody and I say, oh, there's a theory regarding that. And it's because I learned it in school. So yes, if you can afford a master's degree, it is expensive. If you can afford it, definitely, I think that you should get it in the career path that you intend to do for a long time. Because what that will also help you with is it will help you to stick with it. It is hard. It is hard work. It is hard work. Getting education as a grown adult is hard, right? So what will help you stick with it is making sure that it's something that you enjoy, something that you hope to do for a long time. It just helps you with the like you're excited to get to it, you're excited to do it. I remember that in class, someone used to say that, Jessica, when you're asking questions, like it's obvious you want to use this thing. I'm like, yes, I intend to use it. So it helps you be excited, and it helps you take all the challenges that will come along the way. So definitely make sure that it's something you want to do for a long time and not just a thing to pass away time. And speaking of which, it's okay if that's what you want to do. I mean, like, you won't have a master's degree as a thing of bragging. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, when I think about getting a PhD, the reason why I want it is because I want Dr. Jessica Fortunes on my name. Period. I want my kids to call me Mommy Dr. Jessica Fortunes. Like, period. Just for bragging rights. And and it's a valid reason, because the truth is people respect you more when they realize that you have a master's degree, when they realize that you have a PhD. People are like, I mean, it's like, okay, let's see. I mean, they also want to test you, but also gives you bragging rights. So if that's why you want to do it, definitely we listen, we don't judge here. So yeah, just decide on why you want it and then follow through on it, okay? Will I go back to school again? Hell yes. Yes today, yes tomorrow, yes every day. Yes, I like school. Like, if you know me, you know I like school. I actually do like school. So I will go back. Once I can afford it, I will go back for an MBA, because I want to learn more about businesses, building businesses. I've worked a lot with startups and I want to know how to actually build a business. Not because I want to build a business for myself. I feel like I'm growing my career to be an integral person within an organization that somebody's building or something. Unless something changes along the line. But I want to know about business. I want to know the structure. So I will go in for an MBA at some point, and then a PhD, because why not? Somebody was telling me that, oh, you don't seem like the kind of person who should get a PhD, because all academia. Facts. But one thing about me is I'm gonna make it fun. Like, even getting the PhD and being a lecturer, it will be fun, because I think it's a superpower, right? It's a superpower, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be excellent at it. Also, one question here is, aside my career, how has it affected my lifestyle? My lifestyle, I think when I went to PAU, how has it impacted my lifestyle? Well, I think that it ties back to something I already said. There's a need to always be better. So when I'm dressing up, when I'm going to work, I try to look my best. I try to dress up, dress nicely, dress sweetly, because I need to represent. I think that getting a master's degree has just overall made me want to be a better person. I think the other day my mom said, oh, since getting a master's degree, I feel like your style has evolved. I feel like you dress a lot more better than you used to. Like, and it's true because I feel like I have to carry myself in a certain way. Again, I don't know if it's the same for everybody who has a master's degree, but that's how it feels for me. Because I'm like, this degree has to show. It has to show. I have to say I have a master's degree, and you're like, oh, it makes sense. Not you. You don't look like it though. I have to look like it from head to toe. From the way I look, from the way I talk, from the things that I do, from the work that I do. It just has to show. So I'm very invested in it. So I think again, it is you and what you make of it. A very important key thing is it's you and what you make of it. It is you and how you use it. You've been given the certificate, you've been given the knowledge, you've been given the skills, but it's up to you to decide what you use it for. You can decide to not use it for anything. That's fine. You can decide to have it as a like just for fun. That's cool. But if you want to use it, you're going to need to apply yourself. You're going to actually need to spend every other day improving yourself and making sure that everything you learned, you can live, breathe it. So that when you say you have a master's degree, you can defend it. So in general and in total, I definitely wish like I could say that since getting a master's degree, I now have like $100 million in my account. I wish I could say that now I live in a mansion and all of that, but I can't say that because it hasn't happened yet. But I don't think it's because, oh, it's because something is wrong. I think these are things that will happen in due time. I think that these are things that, 1 year it's a long time, but relatively it's still a short time when you think about all the things that I'll do in future, right? So I know that these things will happen and I'm excited for what the future holds. The last 1 year has been good. It has been a lot of practicing everything that I learned. Like some days I still go back and read my notes. There's been a lot of practicing to make sure that my legs are firm, to make sure that what I learned in school, I'm able to practice it. Even when I come here and I make videos, sometimes it's because I need to remind myself that I understand this thing. I read it, I breathe it, because it's that important to me and I want to be able to show something for it and be like the best when it comes to my career. Like sometimes I say that I want people to see me, and not see me, but see marketing. Like on my head, you just say marketing is coming, communications is going. I want to be that good. So I'm not there yet, but I believe that it will happen, and I'm excited for the journey. And I'm excited for how when I see applications and they say master's degree holder needed, I'm like, ooh. Okay, I have a master's degree. Where do I apply, please? That is very exciting because Also, I like the fact that with my master's degree, I can command some kind of money. Yes, please talk to me nicely. And I'm excited for like what the future holds. I know that it can only get better. Like I said, 1 year feels like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still like a short time. And I know that the future will be better, and I'll be excited for it. So if you want to get a master's degree, definitely do it. Like I said, I love school, and I would say do it. I'm also feeling very grateful and happy to know that at this age, I have a master's degree. At this age, I'm building a career in something that I love. I like the fact that I'm very confident. I like the fact that there's almost nobody I cannot talk to. I like the fact that I know what I'm talking about when I talk about it. And yeah, that's it. I'm really excited for the future. So thank you very much for these questions. And I hope that these answered certain questions that you had regarding a master's degree. Until next time, I'm Jessica Forges. Okay, bye.